A huge anchor fell from the sky. This will be another exciting IQ challenge. Nobita reaches for a bowl. That edge is extremely sharp. Oh, the blood is gone. Hey, be careful, brother. In order to get 100 billion bonus, the three of them didn't even want their lives. As the machine starts, the anchor swung from side to side above the heads of the three men. The sound of blades cutting through the air, it makes people shudder and make their hairs turn. And based on the difficulty of the problem, determine the descent height of the anchor. Once the problem is mismanaged, the anchor will drop immediately. All three of them will drink a cup of tofu pudding. This game is about the brain. Glasses take the lead in solving problems. If you are lucky, you will choose a proposition worth 1 point. But unfortunately, it's a common question among primary school students. This idiot actually got it wrong. If you know anything, please post it in the comment area. If you answer an incorrect answer, the scoreboard will drop 1 space. The remaining 2 questions are 2-point questions. Nobita and Xiao Shi, who installed 3090, both answered correctly easily. Scoreboard goes up +4. 1 round of questions. Glasses that I was nervous about before. I'm also in the mood to eat something. But Nobita is worried. Because he found, although there are more rising points than falling points, but the distance between the anchor and them has not changed. Then the glasses drew an anchor point question worth 1 point. The original points accumulated before will be executed through this question. If the answer is correct, just execute the accumulated rising score. Otherwise, the score will be reduced. In other words, even if you answered everything correctly before, as long as this anchor question is wrong, all previous efforts were in vain. That's right. This organizer is really a panda ordering takeout. In addition to loss, there is still loss. Then the question comes, what is the pattern on the back of a Kaiyuan? I'll be nice. This is just to give you points. The 2 people next to him looked at him nervously. Oh, you can't go wrong with this, right? After all, I touch it twice every day. Okay, I know. He thought hard. He shouted, it's Baihe. Look at the speechless expressions of these 2 people. I knew I got the answer wrong. The correct answer is Mount Fuji. Huang Mao presses the button. After the anchor drops 1 space. Just breathed out. Fortunately, it's only 1 point. But with this big teammate here, it's hard to say whether we can get out alive or not. Huang Mao said that there are 6 anchor point issues. Final question A. It's also an anchor point issue. Whether you live or die depends on what happens next. There is a problem with the 5 paving points. As a top student, Nobita applies the 3090 in his brain too, finally locking the anchor point issue. The letters together are the word anchor. Then as long as you answer them all correctly, have a chance to win. But according to the rules, he can't tell his companions. What should I do? It's his turn to ask extravagant questions. In order not to let Huang Mao notice that he discovered the BUG, he chose T. It was a 3-point question. In number 1.3.5.7. Which one is different from the others? Nobita's quick answer is the number 1, because all other numbers are prime numbers. Correct answer increases by 3 points. Next it's the little master's turn. Please don't choose the anchor question. It's a difficult 4-point question. The pattern on this bowl, it comes from the lightning pattern in ancient China. Then the question comes, what does this pattern mean in Hina? This will directly make the little master question him. I don't know about this problem at all. Wrong answer drops 4 points. But at this time Xiaomei in the background, let Huang Mao ask Nobita to answer. Nobita's answer is the ancient Greek swastika again. Bingo. But it didn't give him any extra points. It turns out that Xiaomei wanted to remind Huang Mao, don't underestimate Nobita, in order to suppress Nobita's arrogance. Xiaomei came up with a special question that was impossible to answer correctly, and let them freely choose someone to answer. This must be Nobita. He chose the letter Z, although it's 2 points, but he again identified the letters of the anchor question. In fact, it can be seen from Xiaomei's live questions. The organizer can secretly control the order of answering questions. So can they pass the customs successfully? Only crazy people dare to play this game. A large anchor weighing hundreds of kilograms, swinging back and forth above the head. Pass the question difficulty. To control the up and down height of the anchor. If you make too many mistakes, things will start to fly everywhere. The problem is the fighter jet in Kameng. The boss is 78 years old this year. So how many tutors does he hire a year? I'll be nice. Ugly looking flower. Such a personal question. I'm afraid I don't even know about the worms in my stomach. But Nobita still gave the answer. 53 people. Turns out I guessed wrong. Decrease score +1 again. At this time, Huang Mao thought about it carefully. Nobita's answer is also well-founded. Just change it once a week. But in fact the boss changes every day. Although Nobita was wrong, but the direction of thinking is right. This made Huang Mao not only shocked but also shocked. It's the turn of the bad guy with glasses to answer the question again. He has a hard time choosing between D and R. Nobita is afraid that he will choose R. On the surface, he is called a 324482. Attract the organizer's attention, but secretly gesticulating wildly. Fortunately, the man with glasses finally got the idea. Question board D. Got it. This makes Da Shang feel relieved. As long as it is not an anchor point, even if you are wrong, there is still a chance of survival. At this time, the accumulated points dropped reached 7 points. Next it was Nobita's turn to answer the question. The host does not follow the routine. Just skip him and choose Xiao. This makes Da Shang feel that the situation is worse. But what's even worse is, Xiao Shui chose the anchor point problem. 7 just answer this question incorrectly. Their heads are probably about to move. This question is very simple. Just say the name of the host. As I said, introduce yourself when we first meet. Let alone the little master. I guess no one here remembers it. No doubt the answer is wrong. This time it may really be doomed. Seeing true love in times of trouble. Live with me, use my head. I want to help you. You want to win and get 100 billion. Then go to hell. It's so dangerous for me to be a good boy. The blade is close to Nobita's forehead. Only 0.66 centimeters difference. The man with glasses also had a bloody scratch on his forehead. How can this person be otherwise when facing death? What is this called? If you can't live, can you die? The situation is very unfavorable to them. Able to reverse the situation. There are only 3 anchor questions left. Nobita comforts the 2. He must answer all questions correctly. Get them out of the arena alive. Next, it's the glasses' turn to answer the question. It's a 3-point question. According to the numbers on both sides, what does 1 correspond to? 20 seconds to answer the question. The 1's digits are all 6. Then 1 should correspond to 16. Nobita shouted a reminder to cheer up. Glasses continue to be calculated. If calculated in proportion, it is 26. Nobita interrupts again to remind. The glasses were calculated this time. Multiply the previous number by 2 and add 6. The answer is 8. The bad student with glasses finally answered a question correctly, but because of Nobita's reminder. So this question can only be considered an error. Decline plus 3 points. And as punishment, just skip Nobita. It's Junior Master's turn to have lunch. This time I chose a 3-point question for my glasses. The question is, except for China and the United States. Also, name the 10 countries whose flags have stars. I didn't expect that my glasses were all correct this time. Because his dad is a diplomat. Increase the score by 3 points. This way, Da Shang has the conditions to reverse the situation. No surprise, Nobita chose an anchor question. Ordinary problems are no longer difficult for Nobita. Let's have some special private questions. Who knows the sound of this TM? The huge anchor slowly rises. If this question is handled incorrectly, anchor dropped. The heads of these 3 people are probably going to be like salty bean curds. The question is to blindly guess what words are carved on Huang Mao's belly. I'll be nice. Not his boyfriend, who knows? But Nobita is the person designated by the director to cheat. In conversation with Huang Mao, Nobita reasoned out. Huang Mao at school. It's just that Zhen Laoju's younger brother is really honest. He is a master who is beaten and bullied. For the unwillingness in my heart, he branded the word club on his belly. On the surface, it seems that he is surrendering. In fact, it is resistance in the heart. Hey, you fell down right now. Because of the word engraved on it. When turned upside down, it's the word kill. The answer is absolutely correct. Xiaomei laughed so hard that she flipped over on her back. Such a private issue. Nobita did it effortlessly. Just calculated it. He is indeed a talent. Looks like some bugs are going to be added. The anchor rises 3 spaces. KINCL. Nothing happened this time. Nothing happened this time. But then Nobita discovered something strange. Because the score chosen by the partner. All are high scores of 4 points. The lifting ratio has reached 4 to 4. It's Nobita's turn again. He chose the letter O. It's not an anchor question. It turns out that Xiaomei and the others discovered. Nobita figured out the letters of the puzzle. So manual intervention replaced the question. Deliberately leaving the decisive anchor question to others. I'll be nice. This organizer is really murderous. The question is, which child is the frog? Nobita's broken answer. Because they have no chance of winning. With 2 peers answering the question incorrectly, the score dropped directly to the bottom. It's Nobita's turn. 2 of the 5 questions are anchor questions. He chose. But the staff immediately replaced. Oh Ni Tiao, if you can't afford to play, don't play. Nobita's heart is filled with 10,000 little dragons rushing past. Looks like I need to think of other ways. It was Xiao Shuai's turn and he chose an anchor question without any surprise. Their purpose is to make Nobita suffering from the powerlessness of not being able to do anything, and despair and then died due to the mistakes of his companions. The moment of life and death has arrived. If the tube is wrong, their brains will turn into bean curds. The question is within 15 seconds. Say 8 idioms in which the same Chinese character appears twice. Nobita suddenly can't stand the excitement. Started shouting that he didn't want to die yet. Although Xiao Shui is trying hard to answer the questions, but under the influence of Nobita, final question failed. Huh? What's going on? The anchor got stuck on the platform. It turns out that it was Nobita who deliberately interfered. The teacher gave the wrong answer. Only in this way can they survive. Because before the game starts, Nobita touches the blade with his finger, just to measure the distance from the table to the iron, and calculate the distance from the head to the anchor break. About 22 centimeters. It will be easy after that. During the lifting and lowering of the anchor again and again, I calculated that each step the anchor drops is about 3 centimeters. So in the end the anchor dropped 36 centimeters. It will definitely get stuck on the table. This brain is not made by 3090. Huang Mao is so angry. He wants to turn the question into a toddler question and continue the game. If the substitution is correct, the anchor will rise again. It has ended. I will wait until the countdown ends automatically. Error. Huang Mao still wants to cheat, but he was stopped by the boss who came in. Tough guy. I've even seen through the inside story. This artificially controlled game, players are not thinking about how to answer the questions correctly, but to think about how to live. Now they have 2 rings. One step closer to the goal of 100 billion bonus. However, the next game is even more dangerous. Subscribe to my channel. Let's be more exciting next time.